Greetings, I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. It's come to my attention that some of you are upset that we don't have lifeguards at the Steiner pools this summer. Why in the world do we need lifeguards in Steiner? I don't get it. You think I had stinking lifeguards when I was a kid? I turned out just fine. Now I've heard people say that the HOA must not care about the children because of the safety issue that arises without lifeguards. Oh please, safety schmafety. I grew up in an era that compared to today makes you wonder how anyone survived. For example, jarts, the yard dart game. Nothing beats throwing foot-long darts across the yard, especially the glow-in-the-dark edition for nighttime use. Sure, there was the occasional impalement, but it was all in good fun. So people are worried about no lifeguards? When I was a kid, you could smoke in a restaurant. Do you think that the smoke stayed in the smoking section? Please, my lungs were browned by age 8 from secondhand restaurant smoke. Now, I will concede that lifeguards can come in handy. Accidents happen, and having a second set of eyes that aren't glued to a phone could help save a kid's life. But once again, I find myself one of the few people backing the HOA on this issue. I hear people complaining that the HOA just doesn't want to spend the money. Well, I beg to differ. We have attendants guarding the gates to the pools, and I'm pretty sure that we're paying them. Of course, we probably don't need as many attendants, and we're probably not paying them as much as we would a lifeguard. You see, the 2021 budget was created way back in November of 2020. The board didn't know if there would even be a swim season this season because of COVID, so the money wasn't budgeted. Now, sure, there could have been a contingency plan in the highly unlikely event that someone could have foreseen life getting back to normal more than a year after the pandemic started. But that's just sour grapes at this point. And for those who say that we could find the money now, let me just remind you that money doesn't grow on trees. And if it did, well, take a look at the landscaping around here and ask yourself if the money tree would still be alive. Now, of course, I also hear people complaining that the HOA took the lifeguard money and spent it on the cattle guards that are being used for fencing at the new dog park. This is also a fabrication, and I won't stand for this misinformation. The dog park is being paid for out of the reserve account, and the lifeguards get paid from the operating account. So if there truly isn't any money for the lifeguards, well, you're just going to have to find something besides the dog park that absconded with the funds. So suck it up, Buttercup, grab some water wings or a life jacket, and head to the pools to cool off this summer. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty.